All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Building a Dinosaur Theme Park in Lego, designing my own theme park in Lego, whatever this is called. I never remember. I should look this up before I start these, but I don't. So, anyways, I have gotten the entire park outlined. So, I'm going to go through it and talk about what I did, which is all of this stuff over here, but I just wanted to give a overview of the entire mock. This is what it's looking like, and it looks really cool so far. Obviously, it's going to look a lot different when this is all done, but that will be way, way, way further in the future. But this is what the design is looking like. So we're going to start over here, or I've already shown you guys what this is. So I'm going to go through this. This is the stuff I did. I redid this, and I finished the stuff over there as well. So let's get into it. So last time I talked about redesigning this area because I wasn't really liking it. So I got rid of the roller coaster because I decided I don't want to do that. Got rid of it, and I put in the two restaurant slash stores or whatever they're going to be. So I have one store here, and then I have another one. This is probably going to be Boyle World, which is what I talked about before, which is going to be like a store kind of dedicated to Rich Boy J, basically. And then this will probably be like a restaurant or something. Haven't decided. And there will be another restaurant in the mock as well. There's going to be one on one of these islands, which is the Cape Compy Cabana, which I'm really excited to build. And then over here, I decided to put the petting zoo over here. So you guys will probably notice that if you remember my plan, it's changed quite a bit. So I might show off the plan at one point and show where I've kind of moved things around and stuff like that. But I've definitely moved things. This was going to be over there at one point, but I decided to put it here next to the Triceratops forest because I thought it made more sense, because then I could just like, in a proper zoo, they would have the petting zoo, then they would release the animals back into their actual habitats. So this Triceratops would probably just go in here, and then they would probably just move the Ankylosaurus over there, which is where the Ankylosauruses are going to be. But that's where the petting zoo is. The entrance, I think I mentioned this, the entrance has been moved back, so this is right here. This is just going to be like a big wall, basically, probably. I haven't really decided how that's going to look. And then we have the two stores. You keep walking down here, and then there's these like vendor stalls over here, which look cool. I put the the dinosaur head one right there. It's probably too big for this space, so I'm probably not going to do that. But that was just to kind of show me what is going to go in here. And the taco stand is there. It's probably actually going to stay there because I think it's kind of funny. And I want to put that in this mock. And then I have this kind of sectioned off. This is going to be like a viewing kind of amphitheater area where you can view the Gallimimus, and there will be Gallimimus racing as well at some point, which I think is kind of cool. And then over here, I have these bikes sitting here because I want to have some bikes in the mock. So basically what I wanted to do is I want to have like maybe a path that goes through the Triceratops forest, and then people can kind of bike through it as like a way to look at the dinosaurs, and it's just a nice like biking spot too, which I think is really cool. And then we have the visitor center. That's what this kind of circle is, if you can kind of follow that. As you can tell, there's this space right here, which I actually need to fill with those little base plates, but I don't have enough of them, so I'm going to have to get some. And then the visitor center has like this kind of like path through it, and then the rest of the visitor center is here. And then we have a really big space right there, which is where the bumper cars is going to go. So I talked about that before. I didn't really want to have rides in this, but I decided I want to have at least one, which is going to be the bumper cars, which are going to be right there, which is going to be cool. And then I have this space, and I don't know if I want to have something there. I probably will have like maybe a restaurant or two in that space, and then the pathway will keep going, and then you'll have the Stygimoloch and the Ankylosaurus area, which is actually pretty big, but I am glad that it's big because the Ankylosaurus is going to be big. It's probably as big as that Triceratops right there, so it's going to be enough space for multiple of them. Hopefully in the future I will have multiple of them. I don't even have one right now because it's in the most expensive set, of course, which sucks, but oh well. So the next area we have over here is another restaurant or store. And then we have this ATV right here, which is actually going to be an area for vehicles. So we're going to have a couple of those little ATVs. Probably just going to use that one in the set, but I haven't decided. I might try and get like some cool custom models. And then we have the Dilophosaurus, swamp right here, which is actually, I think is going to be cool. So I'm probably going to get maybe one or two more of the Dilophosaurus, and they're going to be chilling in this little swamp area, which is going to look cool. So that is the design for the mock so far. Hopefully this is going to be the actual thing. And let me know what you guys think about it. If I should change anything, if I should add things. There's definitely room to add stuff. I mentioned in the plan before that this space is also going to be good for adding new dinosaurs that Lego eventually is going to add in. Um, and I'm thinking maybe even expanding the T Rex pen to include some of that because it gives a bit more space. I haven't decided, and I still obviously need to add base plates in different areas. So don't worry about that. That will happen at some point. That's something that I have to worry about. That's not going to be fun, but oh well. I will hopefully get more base plates to fill in these gaps. The only gap that's not going to be filled in by base plates is going to be this one, which is going to be that big mountain, which is going to be really cool. And that's probably what we're going to start with next. So hopefully we're going to actually get some building done next time, which is going to be cool. So I'm going to work hard at planning out how I want to do the mountain because I talked about having like a research lab inside of the mountain. So I'm going to plan all that out, figure out how I want to have the entire mountain, and I'm going to start building that and getting that done, which is going to be cool. And then after that, we're just going to start building up the filler everywhere, which is going to be insane. The filler is going to be nuts. I'm going to really try and figure out how to use my filler efficiently so I'm not like using too much filler because it's going to be a lot. And the filler I have is all in that bin right there, which looks like a lot, but for something of this size, it's probably just going to be enough for that. To be honest, like it's not going to be that much. Actually, not even that because that's going to be water. It will be just for this basically, which yeah, it's going to be insane. This mock is going to be ridiculous, but it's going to happen and I'm going to build it. I'm excited to build it and it's going to be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.